All right, some good stuff tonight.
Yes, this is a really cute humblebee. Be humble.
Matt Welds. I think this is a
Mhm.
first-time contribution from Matt.
It
Thank you
is.
for sharing this. It's a good one.
Mhm.
They're all good. Steven brings a little color to the
I
party
love
here.
it.
This would be awesome, like that.
Very whimsical.
Tracy Miller,
Tracy,
regular contributor with her little bee
be good
here.
to others, she
Good to
says.
others.
I
I
like
like
her
the
little
little twist.
notebook there. That's cool,
And
Tracy. Thank you.
Lucy Kotecki gets a shout out this week with her Be Optimistic. She was a little bummed out by her wings being a little small, but I think
I like them that
they
way.
look perfect.
Looks cool.
Little known fact is that technically bumblebees are scientifically not supposed to be able to fly.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't know if that's fake news or not, but I
know.
think that's true. Just goes to show you that sometimes the impossible is possible, as we talk about with rules that don't exist. But thank you, one and all. If anyone took a stab at drawing our whale breaching cake, whether you're doing it here live or watching the replay, please send it to KJ at escapeadulthood.com.
It's one of my favorite things to check my email after the shows and see the pictures coming in. So thank you guys.
We love sharing that. Meme of the week. Oops. Not this one yet.
No.
Sneak peek. Meme of the week. Me, whenever a new month starts in 2020, you turned another page. Stop turning pages.
It's tiny, Ben.
Favorite books of all time. This monster at the end of the book, and Jenna sent that along. I really like this one. It is fitting because we're getting to the end of September. It's going to be another month.
But don't we all want the months to go a little fast now? Isn't there some sort of accomplishment to get done with this year? I don't know.
I think
But I do. Whenever you turn the page of the calendar, you're like, where did that month go? So I get it. Yeah.
So a couple fun adultitis fighting
I love this from
week.
Sharon. Okay, so Sharon bought these little beads. We actually have these beads. I know exactly what these are to make some cool jewelry. Well, they kind of stunk because they didn't stick together. So turning something negative into a positive, what does this make possible? She turned them into Play-Doh, what do we call those little molds?
Stampers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, look how fun they are. How much fun she had with something that wasn't supposed to be a Play-Doh toy. So hashtag not rule. Pretty awesome.
Sweet.
And then Angela, who knew how much fun fall leaves mixed with a trampoline could be.
It's fitting. Right. I didn't know this. Tracy says today's the first day of fall. Taffé. Is that French?
Today.
I know.
Yeah. I didn't know it. Yeah. So anyway, back to this trampoline.
Anyway, we digress.
Yes,
Tracy.
I definitely want to find someone with the trampoline and jump with some leaves now. That's epic.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. And then this is just like heartwarming. This is a little Wonder Marty from the Wonder and Whimsy Society. Kathy Rose put this little guy. Her Wonder Marty was in a hot tub. And does anyone recognize his little inner tube? Anybody? I'm going to just give you a second.
Super fans might recognize that one.
Anyone who was around for our last book launch, Chance of Awesome, might recognize that little donut keychain that we gave out. And they were multicolored.
I just love this photo.
I know.
Like
so much green. It's so Kathy.
The orangey thing. It's pretty good.
Very cool. Then, of course, Christy. This is
Speaking
a
of color,
story. She was on the market for some new shoes, and usually she likes to get slip-ons. But after hearing Dr. Red Shoe last week, she was inspired to do something a little more whimsical. So I know Christy's on the chat tonight. Thank you for sharing that in the league. And
those are rad, by the way.
I showed the kids, and they were like, "Whoa, those are so cool!" So very awesome.
That's the most purpley purple that there's ever been.
Right.
And then this one, I don't know. You can get the full scope of this from Lisa, but what's going on here?
Yeah, so they had for Talk Like a Pirate Day, which was recently September 19th. They had a really cool Zoom meeting, and they jazzed it up with games. I think there was a scavenger hunt, some Mad Libs, I think maybe a Pictionary. But not only that, they kind of changed their names to pirate names.
Yeah, so you get some of them. You can see they have piratey backgrounds going on behind them, and then they must have had some sort of a generator to figure out what their name should be. But you certainly can't see this, so I wanted to share some of these. There's Iron Nautical Pants, Captain Lagoon Joe, Sticky Von C, that.
That's good.
Creep's Claw Rat Breath.
Oh.
And Jean Crab pants.
So they like changed their names in Zoom to like match, whatever little
Yeah,
game
their
thing.
actual Zoom names were all changed too. So I love that. And there had to have been some piratey accents going on there, right?
Yes.
I
actually,
know Steven watching, he would be all over that with the piratey puns. So
my uncle actually sent me a joke on that day, and he said, "What's a pirate's favorite letter?"
R.
He said, "No, it's the C." Because they like to be on the sea. Thanks, Uncle Tom. I like that one.
It's like a trick.
I know.
It's a trick,
of course, I was like,
question bad joke.
Right. I know. I love it.
Well, and last but not least, we had we showed a little sneak peek of this last week. You may remember we were talking about food. I don't know how it got brought up. We were talking about
even ready for this.
About eating food wrong, right? Like, what kind of food do you eat wrong? And someone on the call tonight, on the watching tonight, I believe I saw her. Dorothy mentioned mousing Cheetos,
and we were like totally clueless, right?
I thought it was a typo because that never happens on this show. So I was like, mousing.
I lobe when that happens.
I do lobe when there's typos. But we were like, what is that? Well, after the show, Dorothy and her husband sent us a video of mousing Cheetos, and they gave us permission to show that. So if you've never seen, now actually I have. Have you done this?
I have moused a Cheeto.
We'll talk about this.
Yeah.
All right.
This is how to properly mouse a Cheeto.
I mean,
Come on,
Kevin.
I am in love with that video. It's so perfect. That's mousing Cheetos, and like, who hasn't done that, right? I never had a good name for it, but now I will forever think of mousing Cheetos. So
thank you guys for sending that in. I love your playfulness.
We had a prescription earlier in the night where we said to make a list of 10 things you're grateful for, and I still stand behind that. But I think we need a secondary prescription by this time next week. Every single one of you watching needs to have moused Cheetos, or what else could you use? We could use pretzels probably, or something like that. But Cheetos are good.
Pringles. Like something firm, right? Like
there's something about those little Cheetos that I love it. So
thank you, Kevin,
thank you guys
and
for
Dorothy.
sharing
That was awesome.